Hello and welcome to another episode of The Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. We're going to play a little game today. Simple game. I'm going to say a name. When I say the name, I just want you to hold the name in your brain. What comes to your mind? That's it. That's all there is to the game. Those are the only rules to the game. I say a name. What's the first thing that comes to your mind? You ready? Good. Here's the name. Renee Montgomery. First thing. Renee Montgomery. Now, let's be honest. Probably 90 to 95% of you, if you recognize the name at all, you thought about this right here.
Group cannot be a representation of what the WNBA would want in their league. This is our league. This was built, I feel like as a women's basketball historian myself, I've been watching since I was 5. I was here before the league started, as a lot of the fans on social media feel the same. That ain't a representation of us. Y'all not like us. They not like us, okay?
You remember that? And then there's this part.
Okay, so Caitlin, unfortunately for her, this is a group that is attached to her, not her asking this group to follow. It seems that they found a home in this fan base, thinking that that's where it was.
And let's just finish it off with this.
What's going on? So Caitlin had these big expectations when she came into the league, and she's clearly exceeding all of them, not only on the court, but off of the court, being an ambassador for these brands. But something sinister is happening online with Caitlin's fan base and these stands that needs to be addressed. So all I'm saying is sports hate is okay. It's acceptable. It's actually welcome. We love the passionate fans. But some of y'all are taking it too far, man. Do better.
So how did you do with the game? And how did I do with predicting how you did with the game? Is that the first thing that came to your mind when I mentioned Renee Montgomery? I'm imagining, again, if you even recognize the name, you thought about that. You thought about her absolutely denigrating Caitlin Clark's stands, as she called them. They not like us. She will always be remembered by. They not like us. Basically, we don't want you. Your stands, you've turned the game upside down and put everybody, online trolls and true fans who come to games, who cheer. And Caitlin Clark's fans and Indiana Fever fans show up everywhere, and absolutely putting them all in one group and denigrating every single one of them. You're not like us, and we don't want you. Something sinister is going on. And this is where the fans have taken umbrage, because online trolls are not people who support Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark, go to games, buy merch, embrace the team, embrace new people who've come to the team. So that's Renee Montgomery. That's the end of the game. The rest of this gets real. Okay. This team, the Atlanta Dream. Now, remember, I don't know if you thought about this. I don't know if this came to your mind, but she's part owner of the Atlanta Dream. And so just a few days ago, an announcement was made about the Atlanta Dream's home opener against the Indiana Fever. And of course, Caitlin Clark plays for the Indiana Fever. So let's just take a look at that announcement and what we have found out, and I'll bring it all together. This is the Atlanta Dreams page, dream.wnba.com. Atlanta Dream set to host 2025 home opener against Indiana Fever at State Farm Arena. Interesting. It says the Atlanta Dream will host their season opener on May 22nd against the Indiana Fever at State Farm Arena. The Dream enter the season coming off back-to-back playoff appearances and an offseason that included monumental free agency acquisitions and the hiring of one of the winningest coaches in women's basketball history, on and on and on. Okay. Oh, wait. I don't want to miss this. The organization aims to build off last year's 20 consecutive home sellouts and record-breaking season ticket growth while elevating the profile of women's sports in the Southeast's largest market. So you got your pictures here of, well, you see here Brittany Griner. That's the biggest addition, I guess, to literally to the team. So we have invested significant resources and energy into making Gateway Center Arena the most unique home court experience in the WNBA. And that was said by the Dream's majority owner. Remember, Renee Montgomery, they not like us. Renee, they not like us Montgomery, she's part owner. Majority owner Larry Gotzendiner said, however, due to a scheduling conflict at Gateway, we saw an opportunity to bring this exciting early season matchup to State Farm Arena, allowing even more fans to experience it. We appreciate the hospitality. It goes on to talk about the accolades and some of the players for the Atlanta Dream and the same for the Fever. And it goes on then to say the excitement around the Atlanta Dream has never been higher, and we can't wait to open this season in front of a packed house at State Farm Arena. And that was from President and COO Morgan Shaw Parker, who also said, there's no doubt our home opener on May 22nd will be electric. Electric. This is so interesting. Renee Montgomery, what came to your mind? They not like us. Caitlin Clark's stands. We really don't want them. And of course, wherever Caitlin Clark plays, those stands show up. And they have a scheduling conflict now. So they can't play in their arena. They've got to go to State Farm Arena, which is kind of ironic in and of itself. They have to go to State Farm Arena and pack that out because there's a scheduling conflict. Anybody else not believing that? Anybody else not surprised that a team whose owner dogged the fan base, Caitlin Clark's stan base, you don't want them there, they not like us, we don't want them, this is over the top, something has to be done, grouping in a whole bunch of people, but you're moving to a bigger place to accommodate said folks, to accommodate those horrible people that you've lumped together with trolls, but you're not going to say that fan base, that you don't want anything to do with because you've lumped them with a bunch of trolls. You're not going to say we don't want them. No, in fact, you're going to move to a larger place so that you can accommodate those folks you have denigrated, those folks you have made to look like horrible people and put everybody together with random people online, those folks. So you can't, after running your mouth about they not like us, you can't say, well, we're moving to a larger arena so that we can take the money of those people who are so horrible. So now you got to say it's a scheduling conflict. I don't have inside information. Because I'm thinking of Renee Montgomery, also whoever, the majority owner, Gotzendiner, forgive me if I'm saying that wrong. Could it be that they really had a scheduling conflict? Well, of course it could be. Do I believe it is? No, I just don't. I don't. It might be. It's just interesting. Isn't it just sometimes when I don't know, I just want to, don't want to just go off all the way. It's just Interesting. I just kind of put it that way. I tell you what, their scheduling conflict has the name Caitlin Clark written all over it, but they probably wouldn't want to say that in light of everything else already been said. Hmm. Yeah. Again, it's interesting. I'm telling you what, some of these folks are going to learn the hard way. But we see you. We see what you're doing. We see that you need to go to a bigger arena because of those fans, those stands, those horrible people. We see it. This is the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. And some of this stuff you just absolutely cannot make up. Scheduling conflict. Well, I guess maybe you can make some things up. I'll catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.